Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Delmagus, and I am bringing you guys Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I am doing this playthrough in preparation for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which was also made by the same creator that made this, Koji, and that's going to be coming out, I believe, April 2018. And definitely can't wait for that. Oops. U-S. There we go. Let us begin our adventure, shall we? Journey back to 1792 in the Transylvania countryside of Romania. Now, there's actually a huge timeline between Dracula and Castlevania isn't actually where it started. There's a huge timeline. If you guys want to check out online, just go to YouTube and type in Castlevania timeline, and there's a massive timeline of where everything started. And it's just pretty expansive and pretty entertaining. But there's Castlevania once again. Every so it's probably been 100 years since Dracula got revived. And which Belmont are we playing as this time? Every 100 years, a Belmont takes up the mantle. And we are playing as Richter Belmont. Now, if you actually beat the game, you can actually play through as Richter, and if you actually press down and up, I think it's down, up, jump. Yep, he does a super jump. And you can actually do it in rapid succession. I haven't actually tried it myself, but I hear you can actually get through the entire alright, we got the cross here. I hear you can actually make it through the entire game as Richter, but it's actually extremely difficult.
Die, monster!
There's Dracula.
You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Alright, so Hydrostorm is Richter's most powerful attack, and now you have to actually strike Dracula in the head. I believe I've got one more cast of Hydrostorm. No, I don't. Okay. Well, and he took me out, so now here's Maria. And now I have become immortal. Now, if you manage to take Dracula out in, I believe, a minute, and without taking, if you take him out in a minute, you get a stat boost, and if you manage to take him out without taking any damage, you also gain another stat boost. And they actually reported this game on the PSP, where this part's actually narrated. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea of where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized out of the mist, as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Richter Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Dracula Tepes. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his accursed bloodline, had submerged his vampire powers in an eternal sleep which was supposed to last an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to emerge. In the ancient battle, Dracula's castle beckons to you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Okay, so, Castlevania has once again appeared, but in 4 years' time, not 100, so, yeah, something's definitely going on here. And we are playing as, Dracula's son, Alucard. Okay, I don't believe I have any stat boosts that I'm aware of. But you start off with some really high-powered equipment. This is really high-powered stuff. Okay, circles are shields, squares to attack, X's to jump. And then triangle is to move backward and forward. Now I'm actually going to grind for a few levels to make things just a little bit easier. Come on. There we go. Now there's actually a slightly better place to grind for levels within the next room. Alright, so 114. So how much XP does a zombie give me? 3 XP, so... Alright, yeah, I'm gonna head to the other place where it's better to grind for levels. Now, if I can manage to obtain it in the reverse castle, there is a absolutely deadly weapon that, if you can actually manage to get this weapon, and it's a very low drop rate in the reverse castle, then the game is pretty much a cinch after that, because it is the only weapon in the game that you can actually move with. You can move while holding down the attack button. There's very few weapons that can do this. And it literally just lays waste to your enemies. It's called the Chrysagrum, and it is a particularly nasty weapon. And if I'm good enough to obtain it, then you'll see exactly how easy the bosses become. But that's not going to be for quite a while. Oh, ow! Just trying to take a look at where these guys are going to pop. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm only taking 1 damage because of the high level of the equipment I have that I'm wearing. Alright, alright, level 5, that'll be good. Okay. Let's get out of here. Now, there's also a trick that if you transform into the bat and then stop right here halfway and transform into the wolf, a secret passage will open. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those abilities at the moment, so... Ow! Oh, come on. Damn it. Jesus. Almost dead. Yeah, that holy water is not to be messed with until you get a special item, but that's going to be later on. Now there's also another trick that if you put in a certain set of Roman numerals, and I believe it is it the wolf I just killed? Yep. If you actually go back and you actually jump at the right time and let the wolf hit you, you'll actually fly through this room, past here where death appears, and you'll actually save all of your high-level equipment.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again. What?
Okay. So, I am now completely armor and weaponless, thanks to death and freaking bubble. Alright, well, let's try to hunt down some equipment, shall we? And we've got our little map here. Now, if you're actually good enough, you can actually drop down, and the room to the left gives you a health up. Alright, short sword. Good. It's a little better. Castlevania pot roast. I'm actually going to... There we go. I'm back up to full. There we go. Okay, and that's a life up, but we can't enter that way yet. Playing with Richter, the life ups, unfortunately, as you saw, Richter only has a main life meter. He doesn't actually have health. Alright, and here is our save point. So, that's what makes the game difficult, is the enemies scale in difficulty, and that's what makes it a bit tough. And we have the Cube of Zoe. Relics. Cube of Zoe causes items to materialize. Alright, so that makes things a little bit easier. Okay, and let's see where we are entering. Entering the Alchemy Laboratory. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to actually end it here, and I will join you guys on the next part where we start exploring the Alchemy Laboratory.